What's up, my friend? My name is Bailey, and I am the owner of Experts Agency, which is an agency specializing in scaling Facebook ads for course creators, coaches, and consultants. So I'll be doing a training with you guys here soon, and I want to just cover some of the high-level concepts that I'll be covering inside of this training. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here real quick and walk through each of the topics that we'll be talking about inside of the training. So number one here is compliance. Compliance is obviously one of the most important pieces with Facebook, especially with keeping your ad account alive. There's no point in scaling a ad account if you're going to get it shut down. So there's a few things I'm going to talk about on here as far as things that Facebook does tell you that you can do or you can't do, and then stuff that Facebook doesn't tell you, which is kind of like the hidden compliance secrets that, again, we've got from our reps, but Facebook does not directly tell you these things because they don't want marketers like us to manipulate the compliance algorithm. So that's number one here. Number two is going to be scientific media buying. So what is scientific media buying? How are we using this to our advantage? How are we keeping our controlled variables controlled, our manipulated variables manipulated? This will get into actually our media buying launch plan and testing here towards the end of the presentation too, but just how we're thinking about media buying, because the most important piece with media buying in general or running Facebook ads is not just the what, because the what changes all the time, but it's actually the why. And as we understand why we're doing certain things, as the what changes, a lot of the concepts stay the same. We're just changing some things here and there as far as the execution of those things. The next piece here is creative pixel firing. This is probably the most important thing that you can do with Facebook ads. So I'll show you how we do it and what the importance of the creative pixel firing is, as far as optimization, as far as tweaking the algorithm, as far as how we're using that to be able to optimize deeper in the funnel, how we track it for quality over quantity. One of the biggest things we'll talk about is how Facebook is not necessarily made for us in the high ticket space. It's more or less made for e-commerce. So how are we using this type of data to feed back to Facebook, who's quality, who's not quality, and also how we're tracking that. The overall goal is how do we get the highest quality cheap lead, not just cheap leads and not just too high quality leads, but the highest quality cheap lead that we can get. Next thing here is our media buying principles. So when are we launching ads? How are we testing out ads? How are we actually making sure that everything we're launching is conclusive and there's no anomalies in the things that we are testing? So we'll be going over some principles here on the media buying side. Next piece here is naming conventions. This is probably one of the other biggest pieces here inside of media buying on Facebook. So how are we naming things? How are we organizing that? How are we making sure that we're set up for whenever we do maybe use an API to pull data out of Facebook? How are we setting that up now rather than getting Facebook up, finding some winners, scaling, and then having to go back and change these naming conventions? So what is it? As you can tell on the screen here, and this is a little bit of our key. So I'll be going through what exactly this key means, some examples for it, and exactly how we scale ad accounts to $10,000 and more a day from basically zero. Okay. Next piece here is how are we manipulating the Facebook algorithm to give us those high quality cheap leads, right? Again, Facebook isn't necessarily made to give us high quality leads. Facebook is actually made to give us cheap leads. So how are we feeding information customly back to Facebook to make sure that Facebook gives us those high quality cheap leads without charging us the ridiculous amounts that typically Facebook would charge for something like that? Okay, next thing here is exclusions. This is one of the things that we've done for quite a while in the agency. I'll give you one little case study here, and I'll talk about some other examples here in the training. But one thing that we've done is figuring out how to be able to take pieces of data, create lookalikes, and exclude them. So for example, I had a client that was at 30% refund rate. I took their refunds, I created a lookalike, a 1% lookalike, excluded that lookalike, and I got the refund rate from 30% down to 10%. So there's a lot more examples like that I'm going to show you guys inside the training. That's just one of them on how we're using all data to help optimize Facebook and how we're even collecting that data in case you might not have even launched Facebook ads yet. Okay. Next thing here is seasoning your ad account. So if you have not run ads before, we're going to talk about when to launch your first ads, how to launch your first ads, how to get in Facebook's good graces, how to make sure you get their first few payments through, and exactly how we're doing that, because in the beginning, Facebook cares the most about what you launch. But as you start to season your ad account, which is what we'll be talking about, as you start to season it, then we'll start to get in Facebook's, again, good graces, and they won't care as much about what we're posting. They won't have a compliance really watching every single thing we do, which is especially good here towards the beginning. All right, next piece here is launching. So here's a little bit of an overview. I'll be explaining what this piece does as far as how we're launching new creatives, what the order is, what the key is as far as how long to run them for, what the budget should be, all that as far as launching and testing out your creatives. So we'll talk about going from 0 to having your first bit of winning creatives, and then what to exactly do once you have winning creatives and winning audiences. And this is just one slide from it. There's actually multiple slides that come with the presentation I'll be doing, but this is just one of the ideas on how I'll be showing you guys how to structure this, and so you can actually see it, take a screenshot, and actually go build it for yourself. All right. Next piece here is the budget allocation. So how much budget are we putting to cold traffic, warm traffic, hot traffic? This might be a little bit advanced for some folks if they're just starting to launch, which is totally fine, but it's good to know what you're striving to aim for so you know exactly how much you should be spending on each part of the funnel. All right. Then we'll talk about vertical scaling. So once we do have audiences and ads that are winning, how do we vertically scale those? So what is vertical scaling? How are we vertically scaling? Basically, how are we taking the things that are winning and vertically scale them, which gets to the next piece, which is horizontal scaling. So what is horizontal scaling? When do we do vertical scaling versus horizontal scaling? What exactly is it? When is the time that we should use it? And what is the benefits and the cons of using horizontal scaling? Next piece here is, what is our video script framework? We basically have a framework that we give for all of our clients as far as what to open with on your video, what to say on your video, how to close out your video. Also give you some key performance indicators and metrics that you should be aiming for your videos, for your images, so you know exactly what part of your creative or your funnel you need to work on when you start to launch your ads. There's lots of key performance indicators that are going to tell us exactly what needs to be changed. Is it the first 5 seconds of the video? Is it the hook of the copy? Is it the headline? Is it the body copy? So I'll be giving you guys a key that you can use to know exactly when you do launch, okay, cool, well, I launched it and I'm getting lead costs at $20. What are the KPIs I need to look at to help get that lead cost from $20 down to $5? Okay. And then lastly here is KPIs you need for scale. So what things should you be tracking on a daily basis? What conversion rate should you be tracking? How are you making sure that as you're starting to get better quality traffic on the front end of your funnel, that it's backing out on the back end, right? Because we're only tracking lead costs, we're only going to be able to optimize off lead costs. But lead cost doesn't tell us the full story. Leads don't make you money. Buyers make you money. So this is just a quick little screenshot of one of the examples we would do for someone's funnel. And again, in the training, I'll go through what these KPIs are, different ways to tweak it, how to set this up, what exactly all this data even means. And so that way you are set up for success when you do go and actually launch your Facebook ads. So yeah, I'm excited to do this presentation with you guys here in the next few weeks. And I will see you there.
Customer Hub is hands down the best software for entrepreneurs who want to create, launch, and scale their online courses without having to migrate their entire business over to a new software platform. Denise McPherson said Customer Hub has been a godsend to get us going quickly after we failed with several other platforms. My name is Kyle Levitt, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Customer Hub. I've been in the business of online courses for over 12 years, and I'm thrilled to tell you about a promotion that's happening right now called Amplify Your Course. That's an amazing opportunity for you to get started with your online course and amplify the results of your existing online course. With this promotion, you'll get access to 3 live bonus training sessions taught by some of the top experts in the industry about how to advertise, sell, and automate your online courses. Now look, I've been in this industry for a long time, and I can promise you I am going to learn a ton in these sessions. So it's an amazing opportunity for you to get up to speed quickly and to amplify your results. All you have to do to get started is check out the details below and click the button to sign up. You'll be joining a community of like-minded course creators who all understand exactly where you're at right now and also know how to get to where you want to be. Brandon Craig said, Customer Hub allows us to provide an amazing customer experience without hiring a team of developers. Amelia Janecki said, Customer Hub is very user-friendly, affordable, and provides excellent support. Highly recommended. Now, on top of all of that, we're also offering a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you can literally get started with this promotion for just your first payment of $79, and you'll get access to all 3 of those live training sessions. You'll also be able to get a feel for the software and make sure that this is going to be a great fit for you. If at any point in the process you decide it's not a good fit, just let us know and we'll refund your payment of $79, no questions asked. But I'm confident that you will love it. I'm confident that you will get a ton of value and that you're going to see that using Customer Hub is going to get you to the results that you want faster, easier, and more effectively than anything else out there. And look, there's never been a better time to amplify the results of your online courses. Just click the button below to get started right now, and let's do this together.